All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all the praises, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Roha HaKodash. Double honors unto my apostles, elders, teachers, bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. And as always, peace, love, mercy, and salutations to all you sincere brothers that are scattered throughout the globe, pushing this truth in sincerity, and shalom to the few sisters that be of the elect house. All right. Now, I want to do a video here. All right. Lord willing, this be edifying. And this is a video that was posted, all right, on our group chat, highlighting, all right, how Esau is further pushing his agenda, which is the MOTB, but also normalizing it. All right. And, you know, like we said in years past about how this man, his mission is to show you the miracle. Okay. But these are miracles on the left hand side. And, you know, the things in which he does, okay, he's showing you under the umbrella of how convenient this is. All right. If you were paralyzed in the past, okay, you can now actually, you know, be able to do things in which you weren't able. Okay, you know, if you couldn't walk, now you can, you know, activate certain, you know, signals, right? You know, to be able to, you know, do certain tasks just by your brain, just by thinking. All right. And this video right here is going into this content creator who goes by the name Mr. Beast, which is ironic because the scriptures go into, you know, that beast, the beast system. Okay. And, you know, wherever, you know, these content creators, wherever they have a lot of followers, audience, majority of the time they sold out. Okay, they sold out. Okay, people like Kai Cenat, you know, you gotta, hey man, you know, you gotta, you know, he's been moving funny lately. All right, which, you know, someone posted a comment saying this dude sold out, you know, a couple years back, but now he's actually realizing, okay, the consequences and what it takes. And most likely, you know, they're getting ready to sacrifice someone, man. And, you know, I believe it, man. Because these people, you know, you can't have LeBron James, you know, Kim Kardashian, Kevin Hart come to your stream and, and, and you have a sold out to the elites, man. Okay. You know, getting millions of dollars, you know, people like, you know, I Show Speed, you know, which a lot of these people are, hey man, you know, I'll just leave it at that. But this guy right here by the name of Mr. Beast, which, you know, he also collaborates with the people that I just mentioned. Okay, he has a, he gets, you know, millions and like 35 millions, you know, per video of viewers. So he got a lot of following. And so obviously Esau is going to use people like him, okay, to normalize, okay, this RFID chip. And so I got this video that I want to play, and then we'll bring us some precepts, Lord willing, this be edifying.
Futuristic technology on the planet. But next, we're going with the $10,000 technology, Neuralink, which is a computer chip surgically implanted into the brain, enabling people like Nolan here to reconnect to the world. So you were paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and for about 8 years, I was trying to find some purpose in my life.
And then you got Neuralink, and what has that changed?
Anything anyone can do on a computer, I can do.
And he literally does it by using only his brain. You are currently moving that with your thoughts.
Yeah, man.
I want to see you send a text with your brain.
Okay.
His hands are paralyzed, but we're going to film them so you can see they're not moving. And using the neurons firing in Nolan's brain, Neuralink can translate those signals into movements. He just typed hi with his mind. Is this not crazy to anyone else? But that's not all he can do. So you just think left, and you're about to turn left.
Left, right, don't die.
No!
There we go.
He absolutely crushed us playing with only his mind.
I never thought would allow me to do anything like this.
And future technology can not only help the mind, but also the body.
You see, and so again, this is how they, push forth and tell you how, how convenient, how beautiful it is, you know, and you can actually do, you know, certain activities that you weren't able to in the past, all right, all under the umbrella of how, you're able to actually gain your life back. All right, so the caption here says, Mr. Beast just normalized Neuralinks to millions. This isn't about helping the disabled. It's about merging humans with machines and AI. Okay, which just recently, they're pushing forth that 6G. They said 5G was the brain, but 6G will be the nerves. And so they're really pushing forth, okay, this advanced AI, okay, this advanced intelligence. All right. And so it says it's about preparing society for the mark of the beast. Okay, and this is something that they've been talking about for years, but
It's the most futuristic
ultimately,
technology on.
ultimately they're actually gonna, come to a time where they're gonna force it upon the people. All right. Now it says, fittingly, Mr. Beast, okay, in quotes, the world's largest YouTuber, just promoted Neuralink. Neuralink is nothing more than an occult, okay, quest for transhumanism. Okay, a step forward, hacking the human mind, a step towards hacking the human mind, a step towards turning humans into cyborg. Okay, a giant step to the mark of the beast system. Yes, it may help disabilities, okay, or people who are disabled, but at what cost? Okay, and this reminds me of that scripture, okay, for if you sold your soul, okay, and you gain the world, what purpose? Salaki, I just butchered that, but let me bring out that precept, because a lot of people are going to sell their soul, okay, to receive this. Okay, the book of Matthew chapter 16 verse 26, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? So when you take that mark, you would have sold your soul, okay, to this devil. All right, you have made a contract, an agreement, okay. You see that an oath that you will be on his side, okay. And when the Lord comes and returns and sees that you got that thing, man, okay, it's over. That's a clear sign that you're not with the Lord, okay. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? And a lot of people are gonna they're gonna give their soul, okay, to receive this thing. All right, now it says this is how it always begins, through influence, empathy, framing. And that's what they do. They show you the sick, the blind, the crippled, those that can't walk no more, okay, are not able to support themselves, okay, and they make you feel that empathy, okay. And it says so-called benefits and normalization say no to the brain interface like this, okay, because once they got you, that's it, it's over, man. All right, it's over. And they're gonna get a lot of people, but again, they're gonna use individuals like this, who a lot of children, a lot of even adults, young, and older, you see, are tuning into, you see. And that's how Esau does it, man, through gradualism, by normalizing, all right, this thing. Now let's get the book of Revelation, that famous precept in which everyone should know. All right, the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. In this case, receiving it in your brain is your forehead, okay. And that mark is going into that word charagma, okay, which is going into what? An incision, okay. You see, they will have to cut your flesh in order to put that device, okay, you see, in you, to receive a mark. Now look at here, charagma.
Strong's G 5480, charagma.
Okay, a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of followers of the Antichrist. Okay, the mark branded upon horses, and that's what they used to do. Okay, they used to brand animals to say that you belong, okay, to such owner, and so on and so forth, man. Okay, think carved, sculptured, okay, graven work, okay, you see, charagma. And that's what it is. This is a physical mark. This is a carnal mark. It's not a spiritual one, okay? That spiritual mark is in the book of the book of Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. That mark is spiritual there. This mark right here is a carnal mark, okay? The book of Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4 is a spiritual mark going into the mark of exemption from death. This mark right here is a is a physical carnal mark, which means that what? That you are going to die if you receive it, man. Okay, because Revelation, I believe chapter 14, verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, which his image is the system. It's not talking about the image of Shajar Boje. Now, it's a part of it, but it's not the main thing. Okay, the image is the system. Everything which these people believe in and, they indulge in, okay? You see, they forward, the agenda of these Edomites, okay? They leads and receive his mark in his forehead or his hand. So the previous, verse, it said his right hand. So you got people say, oh, well, it said right hand. So therefore, I can put it on my left hand. Hell no, you can't. You can't put it anywhere in your body. Because this precept right here also says just in your hand. Okay? The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Hashem El Shai, which is poured out without any mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. You see that? So this is the judgment, the consequence of receiving that mark. Now going back to the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay, 666, man. All right. So you can clearly see how this thing is coming to fruition, coming to pass right before your eyes. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem El Shai did not lie. All right, as he said. All right, these are things that are happening right before us. So shalom, until next time. Yahweh Hashem El Shai Barakatah.